Hi everyone, we're dressed up warm for the dog days of winter here, 3 days away from Blue Monday, the saddest day of the year. We think it has to do a lot more with people's lack of planning and finances than anything else. So we're going to take a quick look at how you can get started simply and easily with investing in Canada.
Most people treat making a financial plan like they treat going to the dentist. A necessary evil, best avoided, but probably good for you. But you know what? It can be very simple. The best place to start is with a tax-free savings account. And it's as simple to open as any bank account. You can even do it online if you want to. The advantage of a tax-free savings account is that none of the growth on your investment will ever be taxed. While the money grows, there's no tax, and when you withdraw the money, there's no tax. Most Canadians are much more familiar with the Registered Retirement Savings Plan, or RRSP, which, while it has some nice tax advantages, it only defers taxes. Everything that comes out of your RRSP is taxed as income. That's the highest rate of tax there is for most of us. While the money you put into an RRSP has never been taxed, you got a tax deduction, you pay tax on every penny that comes out. Even if you don't need the money, when you reach age 71, you're forced to take the money out and pay the taxes on a yearly basis. Consider a farmer. Should the farmer choose to pay tax on the seed or tax on the crop? By using after-tax money to contribute to your tax-free savings account, you've already paid tax on the seed and you will never have to pay any further tax. With the RRSP, while you pay no tax on the seed, you pay tax on 100% of what you withdraw, your future crop. Consider the chart below, which shows the net income you'll enjoy in retirement from the same contributions and same rates of return over the same time period. The fully taxed investment plan, the tax-deferred RRSP, or the tax-free savings account. Getting started just requires 3 quick steps. First, decide where you want to open your account. The best way is to open your TFSA through a trusted financial advisor that you already have a relationship with. You can do that in person or online. You can also do it yourself online, or you can do it through your local bank. You may want a financial advisor to help you not only get things set up properly, but to help you select investments and put them in the context of a longer-term financial plan. Next, gather the documents you'll need to get started. You'll need a piece of photo ID, such as your driver's license, passport, or other government photo ID. You do have to be 18 or older. You'll need your social insurance number, and if you're going to make regular contributions, either a copy of a void check or a letter from your bank. Third, you make a starting deposit and optionally set up regular contributions. Let's take a look at how much you can contribute. You have annual contribution limits that increase yearly. As of 2017, if you're 26 or older, you can contribute a combined total maximum of $52,000. That's $104,000 per couple. Currently, that amount increases by $5,500 per year per person. If you're younger than 26, have a look at the chart here to see the maximum amount that you can contribute. Note that this is the total maximum amount over your lifetime that you may have contributed since you began contributing to your tax-free savings account. The next step is to pick your investment. A tax-free savings account, like an RRSP, is not an investment in itself. It's just a tax-advantaged container to put your investments in. When you set up your tax-free savings account, you need to pick which investments you want to go in it. We recommend a mix of 5 separate types of funds, 20% each: Canadian equities, US equities, Canadian small cap equities, US and Canadian dividend equities, and international equities. You can either work with an advisor to help you put together a plan and select investments for that, or if you're more inclined toward the do-it-yourself approach, you can certainly do that. There's lots of ways to do that online for yourself. It'll just require a fair bit of attention and study on your part. One of the things to always keep in mind is that this type of investing is long-term. We recommend that you don't go down this road unless you have a minimum 10-year time horizon to allow for fluctuations in the markets. And stick with your regular contributions no matter whether markets are going up or down. Be sure to have a conversation with a trusted advisor if you become worried about your investments. Things will certainly go up and down, but over the long term, you should see growth. Here's an example of what you might expect to see in a tax-free savings account over 30 years. In this scenario, you've only contributed $180,000 that is $6,000 per year, but you have nearly $600,000 accumulated, and none of it will be taxed when you withdraw it. Now that you know that opening your tax-free savings account is simple, choosing what you want to invest in will take some thought and consultation, but you'll get where you want to go in retirement. However, the most important factor, the secret behind it all, is that you have to get started. The best time to start is 10, 15, or 20 years ago. The second best time to start is today. Automatic contributions, whether weekly, monthly, or annually, are convenient and a great way to get started, and it'll keep your investments growing consistently. Now, here's a look at why you should start today. Let's have a look at Bob and Dave and their investments here. Bob starts at age 19, invests $5,000 per year for the next 8 years, then stops. Dave delays until he's 27 years old, but he contributes until he's 65. Bob has invested a total of $40,000, and Dave has invested a total of $195,000, each in the same investment. Bob's has grown to over $2.5 million, whereas Dave's has only grown to $2.1 million. The fact that Bob started earlier and let things grow just a few years longer had a profound effect on the result. We'd love to send you our free guide on how to get started with investing. Click the link, give us your email address, and it will be on its way to you right away. Visit our website for lots more great information for your financial success. Thanks for watching this presentation.